Hi, my name is Vicki Bell, and today I will be talking to you about women's political role. Women have gained ground in their stance toward equal treatment as opposed to when women could not vote or be involved in the political process. Even with the advancements, women still face severe obstacles with equality and political power. Women have played an important role in the advancement of social programs. We will look at the history and birth of women's social influences, oppression, the basis of gendered power, and the restrictions they face, reproductive and health rights, and what women are doing today to find ways to speak out for their rights. Women began to have unique solutions to barriers that abandoned and poor children faced. Jane Addams was a pioneer with the establishments of the Whole Houses back in 1889, where the concept expanded into well baby clinics, tuberculosis prevention, housing codes, playgrounds, child labor, and safety legislation. This process was the birth of women having a voice and opinions to speak out for others who are in need. Women gained the right to vote to the United States Constitution with the 19th Amendment. Even with the excess of the rights, regulations, and laws, women are still expected to allow men to make decisions for them. Oppression plays a pivotal role in women's lack of influence in the political process through exploitation, marginalization, powerlessness, cultural imperialism, and violence. In order to change women's political power, they still face critical elements of the basis of gendered power, which are force or violence, resource control, consensual ideologies, and unequal social obligations. All forms of oppression in the basis of gendered power play off one another and prevent women from being leaders in politics. According to the stratification theory, gender ranks men above women. One of the ways that men are ranked above women is through violence and sexist laws that do not hold men accountable for their violent behavior. Women are confined by the abuse of men and the laws that do not support their physical safety and the disrespectful treatment of how rape is viewed. Approximately 1.5 million of U.S. women are raped and or physically assaulted annually by an intimate partner. The numbers are staggering, and when the laws and police enforcement view these problems as private and not on the content of the actual violence that has occurred, it puts women at a disadvantage. Men kill other men to save face or prove their male dominance, while women kill men to defend themselves from further harm or death. The obstacles to women's safety will eventually send the wrong message that it is acceptable to treat women this way. It is believed that it is a personal issue when all women in general are directly affected by it. The violence against women should not be seen as a woman's problem, but rather it's more informative what it says really about men. Male violence against women depends on sexist laws and customs. When societal laws do not protect women as human beings, consequently they live in fear, which prevents them from speaking up to ensure equality. This concept strengthens the male superiority, and when women are afraid, they will not take a stand. Resource allotment refers to money and wages, while men on the average are paid a higher income for the same jobs that women do. In industrialized nations like the United States, wages are the primary resource, and gender segregation by occupation is a primary cause of the gender wage gap. Not only are women's wages insufficient compared to men's, but they also do not have benefits such as health insurance or retirement. Despite the United States Equal Pay Act of 1963, in the United States, women still only earn 77% of men's wages. While women in general will hit the glass ceiling, whereas when men are employed in a traditional woman's field, they will have the glass elevator, which means they will advance more quickly because of their gender. Women have made progress in the ability to work for a living, but they still have an uphill battle concerning wages, benefits, daycare, and other resources that are critical for their financial success. Women also face difficulties with daycare as opposed to men. This restricts their ability to hold down jobs due to lack of daycare or daycare that is too expensive. 29% of custodial mothers live below the poverty line, while unmarried mothers have the highest rate of poverty than any other group of people. While caretaking and nurturing has always been seen as women's work, this idea reinstates that child care is a female responsibility and it is not expected to be worth money. Consensual ideologies refers to the way each gender is expected to behave, and the most obvious form of ideologies are stereotypes. There are many forms of stereotypes concerning women, including the way they are expected to look, behave, and other elements that keep women in oppression. Women are repeatedly exploited by men through sexual images and fantasies that prevent them from being taken seriously. Men are stereotyped as competent, rational, and intelligent, making them better suited for leadership and professional roles. Women are stereotyped as emotional, warm, and they are expected to be caretakers and nurturers. Both of these roles reinforce that men are more capable of being in power positions, while women are viewed as subordinates that need assistance. This disqualifies them for political involvement, and they are portrayed as not as capable and educated to make important decisions. Women's ability to control resources is more limited than men's, so entering marriage, men and women do not have equal freedoms. These obligations emphasize that women should not be paid for providing services for their families. The person with the less obligation has the higher power, and in most of these situations, men have more power. Daycare is a major barrier to women for employment opportunities. It is suggested that performing domestic duties and childbearing are reasons why women stay in marriages because they cannot work and take care of children. The issues of wages, childcare, and social obligation plays a significant role in women's ability to be heard or to be taken seriously. When individuals are more concerned about taking care of their families and meeting financial obligation, this causes a distraction for them. Women need better paying jobs that give them security to prevent them from falling when life has unexpected turns. Consequently, it will prevent them from either caring about political matters or getting involved in the process of them altogether. Even though women are used for being sexual objects for men's pleasure, they are not expected to be sexual beings. This bolsters the attitudes of people who verbalize that women should not have a say in their reproductive options. By denying women choices on reproductive health is a way to shame them on choices and rights they are entitled to make. In the presidential election of 2012, the stances that conservatives had on women's health and family planning did not encourage women to make decisions for their lives and provided additional barriers to basic health concerns. 15 million women of childbearing age in the United States have no public or private medical coverage for maternity care. With reproductive rights being unavailable to women, they are expected to give birth without any type of health insurance. On the other hand, men are given free Viagra to enhance their sexual performance or pleasure through health insurance. This creates an inequality because women are being denied access to basic needs while men are given a privilege that is not a necessity. Women have health concerns beyond reproductive and childbearing, including yearly physicals, mammograms, and pap smears that help prevent or identify a possible health problem. Breast cancer and other forms of cancer are a worry for most women, and they are entitled to make decisions that are best for them. Famous actress Angelina Jolie, who underwent a double mastectomy after discovering she had a gene that increased her risk for breast cancer. She decided to proceed with the surgery and gave a voice to others about her experience and to bring awareness to the issue. Even though most women do not have the recognition or finances that she does, however, all women have the right to make these decisions. The goal for healthcare is to put together a policy that does not exclude any group of people and should be based on a human rights approach. Women have made strides in the political circle, but they still lack influence and power. Worldwide, only 20.9% of national parliamentarians were female as of July 1, 2013. Rwanda has the highest number of women in the political circle. This illustrates an insignificant number of women not using political power to make changes, consequently denying future generations the possibility of empowerment and advancement. With 100% of leadership talent utilized, with our best men and women engaged equally and meaningfully on key issues, we can look forward to a better world for each of us. Women need to speak up for their rights to ensure equality and should not allow others to make decisions for them that is not in their best interest. These stumbling blocks are a strong motive for women to become involved in politics. The four bases of gendered power keep women from moving forward and prevent equalization of opportunities. Women need a strong voice on men controlling them through violence, fighting for fair wages, eliminating stereotypes, demanding pay for domestic and child care, opposing birth control policies that deny options, and encourage medical coverage to ensure human rights. It only makes sense that when women become involved, it gives the future generations better opportunities and options. When all races and both sexes collaborate together, this enables a fair and equal playing field for all.